Cody Wilson thinks everyone should be able to own semi-automatic weapons like this one.
For me, it's a demonstration of really radical equality. I mean, anything that a law enforcement or military can have, I believe a person should be able to have. It's just a simple demonstration of individual sovereignty. Just a standard.
This self-described anarchist made this rifle from designs found online and used a 3D printer to produce some of the parts in hard plastic.
If the piece is designed well in software, all you have to do is click print.
As lawmakers try to limit the capacity of ammunition clips, Wilson makes his own.
They want to ban anything that accepts more than 10 rounds, and if it's New York State, 7 rounds. All right, if I tell you you can print this, all right, this completely pierces any kind of ban.
But the firing chamber and barrel of this rifle still need to be made of metal. And while an individual can legally make one, federal law prohibits the sale of such homemade guns. Security analyst Fred Burton at Austin-based Stratfor, a private global intelligence organization, thinks printable guns are not a big threat at present.
It'd be extraordinarily difficult to create a firearm like this that would be 100% plastic just because of the force of the round going down the muzzle.
But Burton says it still represents a challenge to law enforcement.
It may only work in a limited capacity to some degree, but it still is there that could be used to perhaps circumvent certain kinds of federal firearms violations or laws.
At the University of Texas, law professor Sanford Levinson shares that concern.
The obvious question is whether this can and should be outlawed.
But since 3D printers are used widely in manufacturing, Levinson says lawmakers could have a hard time imposing adequate regulations.
Technology may be far outrunning our practical ability to control the use that's made of it.
But Levinson says lawmakers can and should try to control guns because maintaining security is one of government's most fundamental responsibilities. Surveys show that only a small minority of people in the United States think they need guns to protect themselves from the government. And even most gun owners favor some legal restrictions on firearms. Greg Flakus, VOA News, Austin, Texas.